Welcome to the Kanishk Jain experience. Let's build a physics learning tool together. I'm at work right now and I am going to continue my series that I've been doing, which is having you guys come along and get in the journey of a ed tech dev shop and the process of creating a physics learning tool that is fully software based, and that's goal is to get kids fives on the AP Physics 1 exam. We've already sort of piloted the version 1 of our app last year, and we got a bunch of kids fives on their exam. Practice exam results only. The official results will come out in July, and we are on the way to take the insights that we learned last year to make an even better app and have a fully autonomous experience that doesn't require much hand-holding that we had to do last year. So without further ado, let's get started. I'm going to share my screen. And currently on a projectile motion lesson, and I just created this creator tool that's only available for dev environments that allows me to just edit things on the spot. So I don't like this part, so I'm going to tell it to remove this and see if it works, because it's still a bit buggy, but hopefully it will work. Let's see what we can do. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the Zod validation. Zod validation, for those who are curious, is a way for AIs, and look, there's an error already with, I think this is with the Zod itself, but let me take a step back. Zod validation is a way for software to validate that the inputs and the outputs of useful things are the way we want them to be. So for example, I just wanted to remove a part of the lesson, and our Zod validation was like, yeah, you can't remove that. It's because we had a rule in there that says that you need to have that, which is a stupid rule. So let's copy this and just give it to a codec session I have going, which is already knows that I'm doing this process, so it'll realize that that's something we need to fix. So let's continue with the action, shall we? Let's make it a goal to go through all of program 14, which is 9 lessons, get it all done, and then yeah, push that work into prod. So we've already generated it initially, and we've done like a good QC pass of it, but we want to now improve it so that users have an even better experience, because it's still a bit vibey. Vibey is the term I like to use for like vibe coded things. You know, AI is like really bad at writing. We know that. Like, you always need a human in the loop. Even with today's meta, maybe Fable changes things. I haven't really had a chance to play around with it too much, but with the current state of the models, you can't really have it like write things and just like send it to prod systems or send it out. You always need a human in the loop. Otherwise, it's like, it just sounds so bad. I don't understand why AI is so bad at that, you know. So, all right, let's continue to go. Let's continue to push. Let's push for greatness. All right. See what we can do. See if it fixes it now. So I'm gonna go to creator. I'm gonna go to select. I'm gonna be like, buddy boy, please remove this. Boom, enter. Let's see what I can do. Huh, the balls. This is coding with AI for you, baby. There's a lot of things in my head. I wish I had a Neuralink device that could just like send what our thoughts are, because there's still a lot of friction involved with typing and talking, whether it's whisper flow or just like typing what I want. The next form factor, I think, is going to literally just be us thinking about what changes we want to make and then automatically changing it. Just like retarded. Just to keep chatting with AI, telling it what I actually mean, having it interpret me the wrong way. Now again, Fable 5. Let's see. Let's see if I can change things up. But for the time being, we got GPT 5.5. We have Opus 4.8. They are good. But the genie has already escaped the bottle 2 weeks ago. We know what. We know that there's something better out there. So just to give you a heads up, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to delete that part, right? So I just want to let you. I just wanted to confirm that now with our changes, future deletions like this will be allowed, and additions, if I want that schema back, would be allowed too. If I'm like, can we add this up? Can we add like something here? Yeah, yeah, blah blah blah. Damn. So, sure. All right, looks like it's chilling. Let's start lesson. All right, this final screen is bad. This final screen repeats values. It shows H and H twice, range and range twice. We just need to show the one. We need to deduplicate. rules only apply to losers. So I basically work for a dev shop environment that, um, okay, I probably should have cut out that internal stuff, but you know what, dude? If I get in trouble, I get in trouble, dude. I'm sorry. I probably shouldn't have just shown like the Gmail and stuff, but whatever. Anyways, I work for like a dev shop that's trying to build like really good ed tech software, and what I realize is rules don't really apply to losers. Sorry, rules don't apply to winners. So like, there's a lot of like changes that go along, a lot of things that our director wants. If you're a winning ed tech team, if you're already getting revenue, you can just ignore all that, right? All rules only apply to the losers. And why is that true? It's because, yeah, why is that true? And I think that's like a broader statement in like society and our monkey tribes and stuff. I guess it's because I don't know. It's an interesting observation. Damn. In the final frame, the left part of it is kind of messy. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's a lot of like, I don't know, messiness there, and I don't mean like, oops. In the left side of the frame, there's a lot of messiness. How can we clean things up? Like, for example, I see theta twice. I see weird behavior with the orange lines. Like, I don't know how to, like, the orange lines stem from the VIX equal to VI cosine theta. Like, a lot of things I think can be cleaned up. Dude, another thing is AI is so bad at design. Dude. It's just so bad. Humans win all. Humans are still up. Humans are still up, dude. 100%. 100%. All right, what minute are we at? We're at 13 minutes. Let's go for a bit more. See if we can get some W's in. So going through program 14, projectile motion. Let's keep going. See what we can do, baby. Jesus, come on. Praying for the people of Venezuela, man. You don't want to see that type of stuff happening, bro. Mother Nature is still a beast, and we still haven't fully conquered it, but we will one day. Here we go. Oh my goodness. The Dolomites. The damn Dolomites. Shit, bro. Shit, bro. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, 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 go. Let's go. Oops, 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 into oblivion, oops, into oblivion. Holy balls. I feel like at least a lot of Indian families, our grandfather and great grandfather's generations, they took a lot of risk and they were able to amass a lot of wealth. And it seems like our parents' generation has been like just, they've been less risky because they've been handed that wealth and they just don't want to let it, like, they don't want to lose it. But what happens is we do end up losing it over time. So then my generation, you kind of have to build it again. You kind of have to take risks and you kind of also have to fight against like you don't have anybody like rooting for you don't have like support from the people you love the most, right? You don't have support from the people you love the most because they don't understand, and I don't blame them, right? That's just like the environment they're in, they grew up in and stuff. But man, just gotta keep going. Just gotta keep going, bro. There's no other option. Elway, 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 let's go. Elway, let's go. Elway, let's go. Elway, let's go. See, the AI is so bad, bro. It's taking us like 5 passes to do it right. Dude, this is getting there. It's simpler now, but it's not. It's like not fully there, bro. Let's make the actual like what happened to the vertical. There should be a purple vertical arrow up that's perpendicular to that orange one, right? And then the VI cosine theta needs to actually be touching the orange arrow. That's like, and then the angle that's that's purple right now should be orange. Oh my goodness, dude. It's so bad. So bad, bro. Is AI so ass? So here's a theory I have. Right now, we're basically just like playing a game called capitalism that we have to. It's like the best possible game we know, right? It creates so much wealth. However, it's tough. It's hard. It's hyper competitive and interesting. And I think the way we break free is by using robots and AI to make it so that baseline needs are met, and you don't have to like live in Manhattan, but you'll be able to live in like upstate New York with robots doing everything, like doing the baseline needs. And if you really want to live in Manhattan, yeah, sure, you can work hard, figure out like what the cutting edge of technology is, and like build something and then get paid. But the baseline of life now should just be like doing whatever the hell you want, like being able to like be retired from birth. It's interesting to use this. See, dude, why is AI so bad, bro? Dude, I'm having AI go back and forth, but it just messes up so much on this. Like, it just looks so ugly. The spacing is off. Can we like fix this? Um, I actually did do. Maybe I just need to be direct. I just need to direct it more. Okay, we're almost there with this. Can we move the VI is equal to VI cosine theta bubble to be to the exact right of the orange uh, component horizontal velocity arrow, and it should basically like the left edge of of that bubble should be touching the right edge of the arrow. If that makes sense. And then we can move the theta to be in the exact middle, like of the like where the angle is actually is, like under the uh, overall velocity arrow. All right, let's see. Maybe it's all about just like just being a better Englishman out here. Apparently, Ariana Grande is in Austin, Texas right now. I was on my robo taxi on my way home, and I saw like some kind of line of people, and there's like something that said Ariana Grande, and like a banner that said Ariana Grande. People were taking photos in front of it, and I guess she was inside that building, and like people were just gonna. It was like might have been a meet and greet or something, but I believe she's going to be doing a concert over the next 3 days here. Uh, yeah, so pretty sick, pretty sick stuff. All right, let's see what AI is able to cook up for us. Friend, what's going on here? Boom, 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 boom. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Let's go. Oh my goodness. Figured it out. With AI, you just have to be a good Englishman. All right, insight. So we were struggling before. AI wasn't doing what we wanted it to do. And the answer is because we were being lazy with our English. We were just being like, fix it. But AI doesn't have a sense of aesthetics. Tell AI what to do. Human plus AI beats just AI, which also just beats human. So, right. So let's keep going, bro. Let's move this. Jesus Christ. When you log onto Twitter, you're bombarded with negativity. No one can find a wife. No person can afford a house, and inflation is eating everyone alive. Then you walk outside, and life is pretty good. The real estate god. Uh, Reading an article right now from this guy on Twitter. In real life, I don't know a single person who wants to get something who doesn't get it over a reasonable 5 to 10 year period of time. America is pretty amazing in this regard. If you work hard for 5 to 10 years, you will be able to afford a house. If you intentionally date, you will be able to find a girlfriend. Literally, have never seen this fail once among the thousands of people I know personally. Is there some selection bias here? Sure, I'm not friends with the losers, and neither should you be. But the point is that there's so much money and opportunity sloshing around the US economy, it's hard to fathom. As my time on Twitter comes to a close, that's a parting message I want to leave everybody with. The amount of opportunity around you is endless, and you can change your life rapidly. You can start and scale a business to 1 million in revenue in 3 years. Let me repeat that. You can start and scale a business to 1 million in revenue in 3 years. That's a very reasonable thing to accomplish. That would be life-changing money for a lot of people. You can start buying real estate and scale up to 100 plus units in 3 years. I've seen tons of people do it. Socially, you can make new friends, learn new hobbies, and in 3 years, you can become a completely different person living a completely different life. The key to all this is approaching life with an open mind and with the mindset that you can do anything you set your mind to. It does not work if you're negative. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Negative people repel any opportunity that comes their way. Some of it is that people who are capable of conveying opportunity would rather give it to a positive person. Some of it is that negative people default to the status quo of doing nothing and not changing their lives. Some of it is that negative people are simply unwilling to admit that what they want out of life and actually go for it. They're deathly afraid of failure. The reality is anybody who lives a good life is unlikely to be spending time complaining online. Don't believe me? Try getting into an argument on Twitter. Trust me, I've been in my fair share of them over the years. Maybe 1% of them involve an intelligent, happy, well-adjusted person. The rest involve a miserable person who somehow found you as their object to lash out at for the day. The internet is not reality, and life is actually pretty good. So if you can't find a GF close Twitter, and spend the next week talking to pretty girls. If you're broke, log off, put your head down, and get to work. If you're unhappy with your life, change it. National politics isn't the reason why your life sucks. You are, and you'll continue to be the reason it sucks until you assume responsibility for it. You have the power to change your life in an instant. You just have to believe. Well said. I'm going to like that. He deserves a like. He deserves a bookmark. Good shit. Good shit. Well said. All right. Let's continue here. Let's make sure it works. Nice. Oh, wait a second. Oh, fuck. I want to look at this again. Nope. One. This one. Right. I want to change this. In this lesson, you will learn key features of a projectile's motion. Nice work. Nice work. Nice work. Let's go here. Let's remove this. Remove. In this lesson, you will identify key features of a horizontal launch of a projectile off a cliff. The key thing to realize is a horizontal launch means that there's no initial vertical velocity, i.e., someone is not throwing something down forcibly, it's just rolling off a cliff. All right, I like that. Let's go. Here we go, though. Here we go, though. All right. All right, guys, I think it's around a 20-minute mark. Oh, it's a 34-minute mark. Time flies when you have fun, baby. Time flies when you have fun, and it's around the 34-minute mark. Let's call it here for the day. What we did was we went through a few programs, and we went through a few lessons. We fixed it. We learned how to code a little bit with AI. We chatted a little bit about life philosophy, and yeah, let's tune in next time. If you like this, if you want to see more, please support, please like, please comment, please ask me any questions. You're going to be one of my first ever followers, if so, and I will basically cater to whatever needs, whatever questions, whatever desires you have. So thank you so much. Appreciate it. And tune in next time. Thank you.